The exact moment your money becomes more powerful than your job. Picture this. It's a normal weekday morning. No alarm clock drama. No breaking news. No stock market crash headlines. You wake up, make your coffee, and casually check your investment account. Not because you're stressed, but because it's become part of your routine. And something feels off. Your portfolio is up $400 from yesterday. You blink, because yesterday you worked a full day, and after taxes, your take-home pay for that same day was closer to $300. Your money quietly made more than you did. No overtime, no meeting, no boss, just existing. And in that moment, a dangerous thought enters your mind. If I didn't go to work tomorrow, money would still come in. Not enough to quit yet, but enough to change how work feels. That moment has a name, and most people never experience it. The financial moment, most people never reach. There's a reason so many people feel trapped by money even when they earn decent incomes. It's not because they're lazy. It's not because they're bad with money. It's because they were never taught the real finish line. Most people think the goal is higher salary, bigger house, better lifestyle, but none of those equal freedom. There is one moment, one specific, measurable point where money fundamentally changes its role in your life. It's called a crossover point. And once you understand it, every dollar you earn and spend looks different. The two invisible lines running your life. Your financial future is controlled by two lines you probably never think about. Line one, your cost of living. This is what it costs you to exist each month. Rent or mortgage, utilities, food, transportation, insurance, subscriptions, entertainment, lifestyle choices. For many Americans, this number sits somewhere between $4,000 and $6,000 per month. Not luxury, just life. Line two, your investment income. This is money generated without trading hours for dollars. Stock market growth, index funds, dividends, interest, capital appreciation. For most people early on, this line is depressing. It's flat, barely moving, maybe $1.10, maybe $50 a month, which is why people quit. But here's the truth most people don't understand. This line doesn't grow linearly. It grows exponentially. Why compound growth feels fake? Until it doesn't. In the beginning, investing feels pointless. You invest $300. The market drops. You lose $40. You invest again. You gain $30. It feels random. It feels slow. It feels like a waste of effort. That's because compound growth is invisible at first. But mathematically, it's doing something powerful under the surface. At first, growth is driven by your contributions. Later, growth is driven by your assets. That transition changes everything. What the crossover point actually is. The crossover point is simple. Back-end index pointing right when your investment income exceeds your living expenses. That's it. Not vibes. Not motivation. Not mindset. Pure math. At that moment, work becomes optional. You gain negotiating power. Fear disappears. Time becomes yours again. Let's make this real with numbers. The math that scares people but shouldn't. Let's say your life costs $48,000 per year. Using the conservative 4% rule, which is designed to survive inflation and market downturns, you'd need $1.2 million invested. That's your crossover number. Most people hear that number and mentally check out. I'll never reach that. But that reaction comes from misunderstanding how the game works. Why time is more powerful than talent. Let's run a boring but honest scenario. You're 30 years old, making $60,000 per year, investing $500 per month, earning an average 8% return. After 10 years feels useless. 20 years starting to matter. 30 years, acceleration kicks in. 35 years, crossover reached. Yes, around traditional retirement age. And that's exactly why people say investing doesn't work. Because they only see the early phase, the lever that changes everything. The crossover point is controlled by two variables. Key cap 1, how much your life costs. Key cap 2, how much you invest. Most people obsess over investing more. But the real leverage is expenses. If your expenses drop from $4,000 per month $3,000 per month. Your crossover number drops from $1.2 million, $900,000. That's $300,000 erased. No raise required. No market luck required. Just math. Compressing time the right way. Now, combine that with investing more. If you invest $1,000 per month instead of $500 and keep expenses at $3,000, suddenly, crossover moves from 65-55. That's 10 years of life returned to you. Not by earning more, but by aligning money with freedom. The psychological shift nobody warns you about. Something interesting happens long before you hit the crossover. Usually around $50,000 to $100,000 invested. Your portfolio starts to feel alive. A 2% market move is no longer $20. It's $1,000. Your money starts covering real expenses. Car payment, groceries, insurance. This changes how you experience work. You don't feel desperate. You don't feel trapped. This is what I call the freedom gradient. Freedom isn't binary. It's gradual. Why market crashes don't break this plan. Yes, markets crash. They always have. On average, a major downer in every 4 to 6 years. Drops of 20 to 40%. This isn't a flaw. It's the system. And here's the key insight. Crashes hurt retirees, not accumulators. If you're still investing, lower prices equals more shares. More shares equals faster compounding. The danger isn't volatility. The danger is panic. Inflation, risk, and reality. Inflation is real. That's why the 4% rule exists. It already accounts for it. Stocks historically outpace inflation because companies raise prices. Profits rise. Stock values follow. Is it risk-free? No. But the alternative is worse. Relying on your body. Relying on employers. Relying on government programs. That's not safer. That's fragile. What I want you to do after this video. This isn't entertainment. Do this today. Keycap 1, calculate your real monthly expenses. Keycap 2, multiply by 12. Keycap 3, multiply by 25. That's your crossover number. Keycap 4, check your investments. Keycap 5, measure the gap. Keycap 6, ask how to shorten the timeline. Every $1,000 invested equals $40 per year forever. $100 cut monthly equals $30,000 less needed. That's leverage. The spending reframe that changes everything. Every purchase has 2 costs. Keycap 1, the money. Keycap 2, the time to freedom. A $30,000 car instead of $15,000 doesn't cost $15,000. It costs years of compounding, months of optional time, delayed crossover. Money is future time. Spend it intentionally. Final thought. Most people will earn millions over their lifetime and retire dependent, not because they didn't work hard, but because they never aimed correctly. The crossover point gives you clarity. Save aggressively. Invest consistently. Reduce expenses intelligently. The lines will cross, and one random morning, you'll realize your money works harder than you do. That's freedom.